When I think of the Dragon Ball series, I can't help but think of all the amazing and colorful ideas that deserve so much more love and attention. And with the reintroduction of Broly into Dragon Ball Super, I can't help but remember the travesty that was that original Broly movie. And even though I've said before that I do greatly appreciate the original 3 Broly movies, they're all deeply flawed in their own way. And even with all the intriguing ideas brought forth in that movie, it just really doesn't come together in anything real meaningful. I mean, even with the promise of a legendary Super Saiyan and the resurrection of Planet Vegeta, the movie quickly devolves into a classic Dragon Ball Z slugfest, complete with the most ridiculous illustration of Goku Ex Machina in the series' long-standing history. So what exactly could be done in order to rework this movie in a new and interesting way? Simple. Remove Goku, Gohan, and Trunks from the film. Okay, look, while I understand the original need of having those characters in this film, this video is not about the bottom line. It's about telling the best story possible. So with that, I just want to jump in here and tell you guys my reimagination of the first Broly movie. And if you like this video, then make sure to tell me that in the comment section below. Share this video to your friends. Like it, comment, and subscribe for more of this content. I will finish up this movie, and then hopefully we can do Second Coming and also Bio Broly. I won't be changing too much, I'll keep the structure, but I think we can have a whole lot of fun with this. So let's get started. Hey YouTubers, don't forget to subscribe and follow me on these social media platforms. Enjoy the video. We start our story a few months after the Cell games. Goku has long since passed away and Trunks has returned to his own timeline. In the midst of a crowded street, we see Chi-Chi and Gohan both in their Sunday best walking against the flow of the crowd. This is when we see Gohan stop alongside the middle of the road with seemingly hundreds of people flowing around him, where he looks up in the air with a sense of longing, but this causes Chi-Chi to look back and yell at him.
Gohan, what are you doing? We're gonna be late for your big day.
And with that, we see her forcefully grab his arm and move him onward. From there, we cut to a secluded forest in which we find the remainder of the core cast quietly celebrating Trunks' second birthday. We hear Krillin awkwardly singing karaoke as everyone eats and dances. We even see 18 blushing as she hides behind the tree listening to Krillin's terrible singing voice. But from there, with a few quick cuts of birds rustling through the trees, both Piccolo and Vegeta take notice of the sky above them, as the sun is eclipsed with the shadow of an enormous spaceship that lands in a nearby field. Suddenly, hundreds of masked soldiers storm the field and make their way to the party, stopping at the tree in which Vegeta is resting, and then they bow to him. It is at this moment where Paragus emerges from the ship and makes his way into the crowd of soldiers, joining them in a humble bow at the front of the line.
My king, we finally found you.
Paragus then goes on to explain that he is a surviving Saiyan from planet Vegeta who served loyally under his father as a royal guards member. And after surviving the planet's destruction, he spent the last 20 plus years searching the galaxy for the surviving Saiyans, lower level warriors like Goku who survived the disaster thanks to their lower power levels as Saiyans, all the while tirelessly trying to rekindle the Saiyan race. Now, it should be noted that this version of Paragus has no great grudge against Vegeta, at least at the beginning. Honestly, I believe that that's motivation that Vegeta should earn by himself. It shouldn't be just thrust upon him. There is no sins of the father aspect with this movie. So just know that Paragus is completely sincere when he praises his new king. Also, it's important to remember where Vegeta's character is at this moment in the series, vowing never to fight again after in his own mind being humiliated by both Goku and Gohan respectfully. And to me, this is exactly why it's perfect to start our story at this particular moment in the timeline. It's understandable at this point in Vegeta's life where he is being torn between his birthright as the prince and future king of all Saiyans, along with being the one destined to achieve the ultimate power of the legendary Super Saiyan, and his transition into an Earthling, a loving partner to Bulma, and a caring father to Trunks. And the introduction of Paragus, at least in my mind, is a perfect embodiment of that inner conflict. On the very surface level, at the beginning of this story, it allows Vegeta an opportunity to achieve both goals. He gets an opportunity to re-establish the Saiyan race while simultaneously continuing his path to becoming a true human being through continuing his relationships. He doesn't have to lose either way. Anyway, back to our story. It's in this conversation Paragus tells Vegeta that they were only able to find him on accident. Earth showed up on their radar after a massive power surge resonated from the planet. Of course, as the audience, we know that he is referencing the Gohan versus Cell battle with the Kamehameha wave clash, but it wouldn't be specifically mentioned. And obviously, it would be clear that Paragus really believes that that power belonged to Vegeta. It is here where Paragus vows his allegiance to his new rightful king and invites everyone to a party in the new planet Vegeta. And so of course this offer is enough to intrigue Vegeta, so he boards the ship with Paragus. And we must remember that this is the same Bulma from the arc just before, and with no foreseeable danger, she joins too along with baby Trunks. And with that, everyone else follows suit and gets into the ship. But before we do that, we see Krillin catch a glimpse of 18 chilling in the shadows of the trees. She gives him a flirtatious smile which effectively freezes him in place with a lustful gaze until Roshi bashes him over the head with a rock to get his attention and join the rest of the people in the spaceship. From there we jump back to Gohan and Chi-Chi as they sit in a crowded waiting room. We see people shuffling in and out as we see Chi-Chi quietly sitting with her arms rested on her knees as Gohan is noticeably unsettled. For a second he finds himself looking out the window and notices a faint glimmer of Paragus' ship in the distance. This leads him to his feet as he quickly moves closer to the window in order to get a better view. But Chi-Chi ushers him back with a clearing of her throat and a firm pat on the seat next to her. Defeated, Gohan makes his way back to the chair and takes a seat. This effectively solidifies Gohan's place during the rest of the events of the movie. He won't be any help to anybody. He's stuck with Chi-Chi in the waiting room being useless, because if there's anyone's story, it's Vegeta's. Like I said at the beginning of the video, guys, please make sure to go like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell over by the subscriber button to notify you every single time I upload, and heck, maybe even go follow me on Twitter if you want to talk to me about various ideas and speculation and all this other stuff that we can talk about on this channel in the future. This channel is my baby. It's my attempt to be the most creative, best Dragon Ball YouTuber that I could possibly be. When I first got on this channel, it was me wanting to do various videos like this, and I just didn't have the confidence or the discipline to write these scripts and put this stuff out there. I want to change that. I've been doing this stuff for a long enough time. I feel like it's time for me to really get out of my shell and put out these new original concepts. You know, these stories aren't taken from Reddit. They're not taken from any fan manga or anything else like that. I know that I don't have the visual element there, but everything that you listen to in this channel is going to be my completely original idea, stories that I'm telling in this world of Dragon Ball that I'm trying to make as most sense as possible. So I hope everyone has appreciated that. I hope everyone can really get behind this and support this, because this is something I really want to work. I hope everyone's having a fantastic day. It's been real.